everybody. Welcome to the show. Seafood Prima Vera coming up. Hey, $6 for 4 people. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my cooking show, David's Kitchen. We are going to show you the kitchen as I pull off one of the cameras. Yeah, that's a beautiful picture of the ocean, isn't it? That's Sarah's backup picture. Yeah, I'm just getting in the chat rooms, everyone, so bear with me. There is my kitchen. Yeah, there is David's kitchen. Now, Seafood Primavera can go in many different directions. I'm going to go in a white sauce today, but you can go in a red sauce too. But that would be more like a Manhattan style, which is a little bit more red, right? So let's get to the chat and talk to you guys. Let's see what's happening. Today's dinner is going to include some vegetables. So we're going to also have carrots. So I'm going to pull some carrots, organic carrots out of the refrigerator here. I like these carrots because they're easy to work with. Yeah, they're already pre-peeled. And they're organic. Simple Truth Organic makes them. So I'm going to go ahead and put those out there as well. Okay, let me show you what we got fish-wise. I am going to need an onion. Put a little onion here. All right. Resuming. Nope, I didn't microwave them or anything. I don't cook with a microwave anymore. I do heat up coffee though. I find that's very efficient. Okay, let me open this bag. It's got a dual opening on it, so it has an inner Ziploc. So I'm going to take off the top here. All right, and then I'll pour out some carrots. Yeah, these are really cheap. I mean, I got this whole bag for $2.99, so I mean, we're talking about $1 worth of vegetables there, and maybe maybe $2 in vegetables. Yeah, and pasta, $1 in pasta. All right. Yeah, I'm using some egg noodles from the other day, organic egg noodles. They sell them at Kroger. They're the only one. Simple Truth is the only organic egg noodle out there. Hang on, I've got a problem with the chat. My mods are not in right now. Thank you. Now that's another thing right there. That's not acceptable. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're washed in the bag. They're pre-washed. So I picked up some organic, made in Italy, garofalo. I'm going to use those with the noodle dish as a pasta base. No more than $1 worth of pasta, and I get everything on sale. So, hey, I fixed my my reverse osmosis system, so I don't have to stand there and worry about it not coming out. I followed Scissorfied's suggestion and drained it and put more air in it. Looks great. Wow. Thank you. All right. Coming out great. For a while it didn't have pressure. Now it has pressure. So that's probably enough water for the pasta. I'm going to get that on a medium flame, level 3. In the back. Get that pasta going. Yeah, and always salt the water. So, all right, there we go. I'm going to put some Himalayan sea salt in there. Nice. Andy, that's very rude. Yeah. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, remember, we're trying to be nice about our mods. No. This is not a soup. I'm making a pasta. The smaller the pot, the more perfect the size, the less energy and efficiency occurs. Anyway, you can get a can of cream of mushroom soup to add to this, or a can of tomato soup, either one, or tomato, pasta sauce. Hunt's makes some great stuff at the dollar store. I understand everything at the dollar is $1.25 now, so I bet you would. You really want to go for it? Okay. I'll mod you. Yeah, knock every one of those people out. Yeah, go for it. Let's see how fast you can do it. If you can knock that out in about, I'll give you 30 seconds before I demod you. Yeah, I'm not putting any celery in this. If you can't knock that out as a mod, yeah, you wanted mods, I gave you mods. You're not really allowed to be a mod. Yeah, are you going to knock him out, or are you going to wait? Okay, I'll knock him out now, but if you can't get rid of those guys, I won't keep your mods. At least you're on temporary waiver. Yeah, let's see how well you do, because you're going to come in and try to take down the guests that come in and spam this stuff. Oh, we better not make Jive Turkey a mod then. Well, you got a little shot here. You have a problem with him? Okay. All right. Well, you had short mods. It was nice. You missed your opportunity. Yeah. True Blue, you want a mod? Okay, great. You deserve it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You deserve it. With all those movies you brought me. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Today I'm using a mixture of scallops, bay scallops that I bought. It was $6.99 a pound, now it's $8.99 a pound. So I'm using 1/3 of a package of that, a little less than that, $2 with scallops, and $1 with the shrimp. I priced it out. I got these bags of shrimp for, I got full 1 pounds for $3.99. So I picked up some shrimp in the shell. I add to that. So overall, $3 in shrimp. But mixed with scallops, it's about the same price. Now that just came out of the freezer a little while ago. So I'm going to start this back burner in the back here, 3. Looking good. Make sure my pan's nice and clean. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it, True Blue. Sorry, maybe another time, Jive Turkey. I didn't realize you had a lot of bad feelings with Odin the cat. She pulled some weight on that one. You're doing great, True Blue. Thank you. All right, good job. Got a little mod trading going on here. That's good. So Prima Vera involves vegetables. And like if you were making pasta Prima Vera, you could put ground beef in it. But I'm going seafood Prima Vera because I'm going with a white sauce. I've got this amazing salmon chowder I'm using. But you can replace this with mushroom soup. Yeah, these things I think should be cut into medallions so that they look more like... Well, I like them to look kind of like a seafood, so it's kind of a trick of the eye when you're eating them. So, you know, if you can imagine a little piece of lobster in there, looks like a carrot, that'd be great. Because the nice thing about this meal is it takes on all the flavors of everything around it. And the reason why I'm using scallops is because it's even shrimpier than shrimp. It has more of a seafood taste. Shrimp is good too. But I like to make these into little medallions. I press them down and just kind of hold the knife on one end and then kind of lean into it. Being very careful to not put your finger under the knife. You don't want to do that. But these are so easy to work with. You know, why bother peeling a carrot? That takes another minute or two. Now you can put them in a hole if you're in a hurry and you don't really care. You know, no big deal. Just you have to cook them a little longer on the stove. So. Okay, so I'm going to start out with, I'm cooking with butter tonight. I'm still using these grass-fed butters I picked up for $1 a piece from Ireland. Yeah, and they were, you know, they were past due when I bought them. So butter, though, lasts forever, practically. I mean, you got to keep it refrigerated, of course. You can freeze butter too. So while that pan's getting hot and the other one's getting boily, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this still kind of off camera. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take I think it's a logical improbability of what I'm doing. I keep doing the opposite of what I want to do. What's going on here? That's the funniest thing. I keep compensating for my depth of perception. It's weird. I guess I can't fix this. It must be an optical illusion or something. Well, let's be clear. No, you can't. He would never ban me. Okay, so I'm just going to throw a big pat of butter in there. Get it started. That's for the vegetables. I think you all know what butter is, so it's not a big deal. I don't have to explain to you what butter is. I'm going to throw the carrots in on first on the pan. It's a very simple meal to make, really. It's not that complicated. I'm going to cook the zucchini in with the pasta. So I'm going to get that going first in the pasta water. And because this is kind of a meal that you want to have many bites of, I'm going to cut this in half and make it, you know, a little bit more bite oriented. So each morsel has a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because the scallops, you know, they're going to be a morsel in themselves. And I was surprised. It's the only store that has bay scallops in my town. And I have 50,000 people in our town. So, the only place. Yeah, so I'm going to throw the zucchini in the water. Kind of flavoring the water, bringing it. That's basically, you know, just fluff to the water. It's not going to do anything for the water. But it will cook in the water when the boil starts. Okay, and I think I'm going to take that level up to level 6. We'll get it going aggressively. I'm going to peel an onion. Someone was saying in the chat room that I cook because Sarah works. I retired like 12 years ago. I never really needed like to worry about money. It wasn't really a problem for me. I know a lot of people worry about money all the time, and I don't really blame you for worrying about money. I mean, but I think you can take that to an extreme. No, I would rather live, humbly on a small piece of land in the middle of Malibu. But, that property's going for $10 million right now. I think you got the wrong band on that one. Do you want me to help you out? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, how much does Malibu cost, for me to live there? It's going to cost me about $10 million for the property, just to park my RV. And butter's looking good. Butter and carrots seem to be made for each other, I'm going to pull these are organic onions too, organic carrots. The pepper is not organic. It's hard to find, low-cost peppers that are not organic, so I just kind of compromised there. I figured, well, so what? You can't always be, especially in the world we live in, you can't be perfect, right? But I was one of the first organic food promoters in the country in the early 80s. And it became a big part of my life, eating organic. And then I realized, well, I can't possibly pay those prices. So. Now I shop for whenever I can get organic, I buy it for a good price, like those carrots or these onions. I get a bag of onions for $2.49 at Kroger's. They have a good organic food selection there. I'm going to put that onions in with the carrots, right with the butter. And whoops, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, you don't want the leathery part of the onion. You try to avoid anything that is hard to, chew. Only the crispy part. Okay. Okay, we're doing 3 and 6 here. Now I'm going to take the shrimp, and they're with shell on. That's how they were such a good deal. $3.99 for shrimp with shells on, raw. I'm going to throw them right in the water, right in the pan, with their tail and their husk on. Yeah, like I said, I could do a whole pound for $3.99, which was amazing, the deal. Yeah, of course, it's from China, I'm sure. It's still a little frozen. Thawing. Okay. Throw that in there. Those raw shrimp are going in with the vegetables. And then I'm going to throw some dill weed on top of that. All these bay scallops can sit and continue being bay scallops. Now this is going to get good. The water is a good broth too. I would normally cook the pasta in that water. I might even add it to it. Okay, so we're going to add the dill weed and some pepper. I got organic dill weed at Walmart. They sell it there if you're wondering where to get it. Yeah, it's a pretty good product. And then they make this McCormick grinder for $2, amazingly. Well, True Blue, you're in luck. You're going to be our mod for the week. Yeah, you're going to be a mod at the channel along with Meta Nemesis. Scissorfight's taking a vacation, so. Okay, on a level 3, just kind of set that in there and then let the shrimp sit there. And right now they're gray, but in a little while they'll turn pink, you'll see. It's covered up. And then I'm going to throw the compost away. It's pretty easy prep so far. We have a green pepper we're going to throw on top of it. All right. Welcome to David's Kitchen. Yeah. Reindeer. You don't think he's going to be a good mod? Oh, really? Oh, if he doesn't want to be a mod for the week, I don't know. Okay, we need a second mod for the show. So, and he's here all the time. He's a very good, and you know, he's really earned this position because of all the movies he's sent me. Good picks too, and he screens them on many levels. I mean, we're avoiding nudity and indiscretionary, weird, you know, unnecessary vulgarity. We're avoiding all that. Okay, we got that going. I'm just going to get the green pepper cut. I got this for 85 cents today, which is pretty good. I mean, considering that they're going for $3 in some places. Granted, you can't always find good deals on things, but if you look around, like Walmart sells vegetables, canned vegetables, Del Monte for a very good price if you want to use canned vegetables. I don't think you can go wrong with Del Monte non-GMO vegetables. If you're, wanting to cook something that's already pre-cooked. Rotate. And then these are about ½ an inch a piece. Always keeping your hands down when you're next to the knife. Pointing, as the blade points. Don't ever get under that blade. Okay, we got a roaring boil going on over here. I'm going to throw the green peppers on top of this dish. Then I'm going to give it all kind of a mix. Okay, and keeping that at level 3, we're just going to slow cook the shrimp in there with all the vegetables. The scallops are uncooked as well, and they're going to go in right after this once we get the vegetables cooked. I'm going to take that level up to 6 as well, so we got a 6 and 6 now. Okay, here I'm going to use the pasta. These are thicker pastas, so I'm going to put this through first. And I don't need all the bag. I'm just using ½ a bag. I got it for $1.19 at a discount place. I get discount food. I only shop at discount food stores mostly. Whenever I shop at the big guys, I'm surprised. Like even that oatmeal I've been recommending on our show, the O brand, this one. That went from $5.79 to $8.99 this week. Yeah, $5.79 to $8.99. That's how big the price jump was. And that's old-fashioned organic oatmeal. I'll still buy it when I need it, but I'm talking big jump. Okay, so we're going to throw ½ a bag of some sort of a pasta in there. This is Garofalo. My rule of thumb with pasta is save it up for another meal, Whatever you think would make a nice meal, a second meal, that's how much you leave. Because I'm going to be adding the egg noodles to this after it starts going. That way you save it for another meal. Organic, yeah, nice. Well, the European nations care, they really care about their quality of their food. And first thing you do with, of course, the pasta is give it a stir. Now, I like to season the pasta water with with a little bit of Italian seasoning I get for 98 cents at Walmart. It's a pretty good deal, I'll tell you. Stock up on that, and the McCormick grinder would be awesome. I think I got to put a little bit more in there. There we go, that should be better. You know, the zucchinis are almost done. I'm going to actually pull those out. And I'm going to put them in this dish over here. They're floaters. Well, look at the little pink shrimp. They pink up. Nice and pinky. Come here. Try not to get the Garofalo in there. I think I got it. Yeah, I did. And I've got to use this anyway. I've got to pull out the, that was just for flavor. Yeah, I'm going to stir this a little bit more. The shrimp aren't quite done. Just a little bit longer. Level 6. A nice boil going there in the back burner over here. Looking good. I'm going to throw a little cold water in there from this. I'm going to take some cold water from this and put it in here too. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to split the two. I'm going to put this over here and then take that up to a high boil. I'm just still cooking it. I'm going to take the scallops, which are raw, and I'm going to throw those on top of this whole meal with the ice that's in it. Okay, now we're going at level 6 on both burners, and we're cooking really fast. All right. Hey, thanks for doing all those bands. That's great. You got them under control. Yeah, you know, I really think that his work is exemplary today. You beat me. That's cool. You purged square balls and you beat it, and I got you on the other one. That's good. Blue is having fun, yeah. That's cool. Okay, we got two level 6 burners going here. And the plants are still growing. So I'll tell you what I'm doing, for health. I made this this mix of lemon rind and orange and grapefruit rind. You know, I've told you about that. Well, now I make myself like a health cocktail. That's a full roaring boil. Look at that! Wow, that's great. I make a health cocktail. I take some of this, which I made. It's basically a lemon rind and grapefruit rind cooked for 3 hours in 3 inches of water. So I'm going to take a little of that in here, like that. And some really good tonic water. This is the best tonic water you can get. And it tastes very similar to like a vodka gimlet without the vodka. I don't drink, so I've tasted one of those, but I don't prefer that. Yeah, I've got all these bottles of beer on the wall that I don't drink. I put them on my refrigerator door. I figure I'm going to cook with them someday. But it's very refreshing. It's very good. Okay, give that about 5 minutes. Those Garofalo's take a lot of cooking, and then we'll throw egg noodles on top of it halfway through the cooking cycle, because these take very little time. You can actually throw them on this, and they'll cook. If you have a slow cook going, you can throw them on that. Yeah, what I would do if I'm in an urban situation where I'm cooking on the road, I'll bring something like a can of mushroom soup and a can of clams and some of these noodles, and you get that cooking on a stove and you add the noodles to it, they melt right into it. It's actually a pretty good meal if you don't want to stop at a fast food restaurant, you know, if you're traveling. Yeah, it's great I have a 20/20 vision, so I can see True Blue doing a great job in the distance. That's awesome. Now, remember I said the shrimp were hulled, they had outside covers on them? Well, they still do. So I'm going to pull the shrimp out. And there weren't that many shrimp, you know. I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to husk them. And then they're going back in the seafood medley once they cool off. So, because I'm cooking out of a freezer with discounted shrimp, they don't always come with their hulls off, but they're still on there. So, yeah, if you see anything in there that isn't a shrimp, it won't be too hard to spot. The shrimp look distinctly different than the other dish, the other part of the dish. There's another one. I think I got them all. Okay, and everything's al dente, so I'm going to turn that off completely. Let it sit. When I get ready to add this to it, the flavors will be joining each other, and I'm just going to let that cool off before I hull them. Otherwise, I'll burn my fingers. It tastes very similar to a Chablis, actually. You know, if you've ever had Chablis wine, but there's no alcohol in it, and it's a really good, you know, it's a good tonic. It helps keep things going. It activates your body's metabolism. Tonic water is very good for our bodies to metabolize. They say it helps nutrition get to our cell structure. That's the theory, that cells rebuild faster when they're... But yeah, I should eat at least a half of this up, if not all of it. The salt is in this, if you're wondering about the salt. You know, where's the salt, Dave? That's where I get the top off. Man, that's going to be tough. Looking at the egg noodles are going in on top of the Garofalo. Here we go. That should thicken it up. This kind of a dish has plenty of everything. Don't cover it completely. Keep the cover ajar, otherwise it'll blow up. Too hot. I like to rinse out every dish whenever I pull them out of the dishwasher. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to see if I can pull the everything off the shrimp. That's pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Shrimp is perfect. Big savings when you get them raw. Rawhide. I'd love to see our shrimping industry in America flourish. I really would. You know, the people in New Orleans deserve something, you know, and I would love to be able to help them build a shrimping industry that could be self-sustaining. We have a guy in our area who raises mussels, and I know the originator of the operation personally, and I could get him to consult on a unit out in New Orleans. You know, that would be interesting. Raising shrimp in large areas, I have to check Lake Pontchartrain, but I would think they'd be able to do that. I'd have to look at the salinity content and you know, water quality, find out what that's all about before I proceed. Okay, there you go. Nice little shrimp, and all the tails and husks go in the compost. Gordon is still making fish. Yeah, he still makes. They still have a good product. There's a lot of good fish making companies. We have them out. We have one of the best in the country out here. Trident Foods. They make the ultimate fish stick. Okay, let's give that pasta another turn. And with pasta, always cook on the back burner. When I was a kid, I encountered my neighbor down the street, ended up virtually setting himself on fire. Or excuse me, he dropped boiling water on his body. Sorry. Yeah, he literally dropped a bottle or an entire container of boiling water on top of him. Now you want to fit this into everybody's meal, so what I do is I take the shrimp and cut them in half before I put them back in the sauce. Yeah, it was such a horrific thing to see half his body boiled. It was just, oh man. I remember buying him a goldfish as a gift. I think I was 8 years old. You know, a neighbor friend from down the street kind of thing. But man, his mother was cooking on the stove, and he wanted to know what was in it, so he grabbed it, and all the hot water went right on top of him. Like, wow. Okay, that's not a lot of shrimp, so you're not really breaking your budget here. If you want to put more shrimp in, you can. Okay, I need to get this thing open. I knew this would be a challenge. I'm going to pass on this one and go for plan B. This is a cauliflower, cream of cauliflower, which is organic from Pacific Foods. I got that for $1 as well. So most people would pay $3 for this, but I'm going to use that instead. So it's kind of like mushroom soup, but it's organic. Okay, and throw that right on top of the mix. Take the level and back up to level 3 again. Throw the shrimp in. And throw the condensed soup in. Okay. And you continue cooking. There we go. Now you can replace it with Alfredo sauce. That would work too. Yeah, that's one of those bottles that you have to actually heat, break open. And I wasn't going to sit there for half an hour under the sink with the hot water to get it to, you know, expand out a little bit. But it's been in there a little too long, I think. It's about 2 years old. Tough jar, yeah. You have to know when to say no to a jar. It's like, yeah, I know, I don't want to push it. Okay, I'm going to make some coffee as a Keurig. dinner. Right. The pasta's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm going to turn the pasta off. Cover it up and let it kind of sit in its own heat and kind of steam down. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this to level 6. I need to get this up to in temperature because I want to get that soup in there and get it going. So that other sauce was a little bit more mixed. Ready to root. Yeah, we were buying our water elsewhere for a while because this reverse osmosis thing was not working properly, and I had to pull the tank out and drain it. And that's okay if it piles up with the temperature. Once you turn the burner off, it's okay if it foams up. It won't go over, I hope. Okay. Today I'm using Chobani's half and half. Lactose free. All right, we're almost done there. Okay, we're going to drain the pasta. Once the pasta achieves that fullness in the pan there, then you're all set to drain. A lot of pasta. Should be a big meal. I think you could feed 6 people with this. And that can go back in the bowl right here. Now when it's in this condition, it's always nice to put a little butter on top and some Parmesan. I think my backup Parmesan is in the other fridge. I have to go get that. That's not salted, so if you're worried about the salt levels, it's not salted. Oh, I needed a cup of that. A cup of Joe. Yeah, and if you give it a stir with the butter in it, you can put other things in it too. This is an interesting time because I have this no salt dash, garlic and herb. If you put a little of that in there, since the pasta is nice and hot, it absorbs a little of the butter and a little of taste with it. Yeah, so that kind of serves as a pasta, a Parmesan substitute. Okay, and then I'm going to give this a mix. Oh yeah, look at that full boil, look at that. Okay, so your soup is all pre-cooked, so you don't have to do anything but mix that. Perfect. Everything's all done perfectly, and then you turn it all off, and you pour it right on top. Beautiful pasta Primavera with a white sauce. All the seafood tastes are in there. This is going to be a fantastic meal. Nobody will be upset about the quality of this food, that's for sure. Yet it's fairly affordable if you buy it in freezer bags. Okay, all burners off. Excellent. I'm going to get some water in here so it doesn't get too dry out on the stove. We're going to cover the dinner up. And you can top it and hit it with Parmesan if you want. All right, that's the dinner. Congratulations. You did it with me. The uploads of our shows will happen in bunches of 5 because of the 24/7 show. So this is the 5th video that I made, and I'll be uploading all 5 of them to my channel. David John Sponheim. All right. Thank you very much, and enjoy. Yummy, yeah, it's going to be awesome. See you in the other room in about a minute or so.